Stream is up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And welcome to Omally Live on this, the 27th day of March 2020. I want to thank everybody for joining, whether you're watching live or in post. The number to contact the show is 234-650-4920, or you can email us at omallysadventure@yahoo.com. This episode of the COVID Diary is brought to you in part by the Tremont Coffee Company for all of your hot and cold brewing needs. Check out the Tremont Coffee Company at 215 North Erie Street, Massillon, Ohio, Tigertown, USA. We made it through another one. It is Friday, and this is the COVID-19 Diary by the numbers. Let's start with the world numbers. The U.S. has far surpassed China now. We are at 102,000 cases, 16,000 new cases, 312 new deaths at 1607. Italy, again, they're full steam ahead. 5,900 new cases, 919 new deaths for just under 10,000 deaths. Sort of interesting. I see a lot of people comparing the virus to like an H1N1. And if you look at the U.S.'s numbers and the potential for what it could be as far as Europe, size-wise, as far as land, Europe and the United States are similar. Europe has more people. However, if you would just take worst case scenario, Italy and Spain. Italy is about the size of California and the same population. Let's throw Spain in for the rest. Together, they have almost, almost 15,000 deaths in 3 months, not 12. So, where is this the apocalypse and all that nonsense? No. Is it something to be taken serious? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think people should start wrapping their brain around the idea that we're at a point now where reversing anything that's done probably isn't going to happen. That's probably fantasy land. Next, let's move on to Ohio. Ohio is at 1,137 new cases, 19 deaths. The age is 1 through 96, putting the median age at 52. 52% of the cases are male, 48 female. I believe by what I'm seeing from the past 3 days that Ohio is going to start that pretty harsh upswing. I know they're saying they're trying to flatten out the curve, and I understand that. I understand what they're trying to do. But we'll see, because let's see, what does it say? Number of ICU admissions, 107. Number of hospitalizations, 267. As those two numbers grow, they sort of feed the other ones. So we'll keep an eye on that collectively, we'll say. And so for the story of the day tied to COVID-19, the House approves $2.2 trillion coronavirus aid package, Russia's bill to Trump. Apparently there was a little bit of distaste, whatever you want to call it, on the when they were voting. Apparently, some tempers got hot, and I believe his last name is, let me get his name correct, hold on. Thomas Massey made the comment that the stimulus should go straight to the people rather than being funneled through banks and corporations like this bill is doing. 2 trillion divided by 150 million workers is about 13,333 per person. That's much more than 1,200 per person. Trump fumed at Massey on Friday morning, calling him a third-rate grandstander and adding, throw Massey out of the Republican Party. I'm going to have to say that this man makes a really good point. And that's why I wrote about the pork. If 1,200 is per person, and if you look at the guidelines for receiving that money, I know a few people that aren't going to get that because they quote unquote make too much. But the corporations will get some. Wrap your brain around that one real quick. I'm sorry if you're going to call it a stimulus package, which I'm not saying whether or not that was something that should be needed or passed or what. I'm not debating that. All I'm saying is if you're going to call it a stimulus package to help the people, I'm going to have to side with Mr. Massey and say, maybe most of it should go to the people. Don't call it something and then make it something that it's not. I said earlier in the week, and I'll say it again, both sides of the aisle on this particular instance this week have shown me that we need to get rid of them top to bottom. That is absolutely shameful. What has transpired this week. Again, they judge how you're registered by who you vote for in the primary and all that. I get that, but you will never hear me call myself either one of those parties. Not by choice. That was shameful. And like I said, get rid of them top to bottom and start it from scratch because those people are idiots. That's I won't I won't rant anymore. Those are my thoughts. I want to know your thoughts. And let's see. James Havisto said, as far as we know, we passed China. Right. And let's face it, before China's numbers stopped growing, they changed what constituted a positive test 3 different times. I mean, it was over the course of like 14 days. It'll be decades before we know the exact numbers. And if I'm not mistaken, in China, I think, and don't quote me on this, someone can fact check me, I think they're saying that it's mandatory cremation if you die from COVID-19. Don't quote me on that. Something to check into. Additional $4 trillion to the Federal Reserve to be used at the Fed's discretion. At this point, just start printing presses and throwing that stuff everywhere. It's like I said, it's shameful. I will never use the can't hardly speak, the DR or the R word to describe myself again. And I probably won't use those terms on my show because if you have it set in your head that you have to be one or the other, you really need to step back and look at what happened this week. Because like I said, it's shameful. Anywho, that's my thoughts. I want to know your thoughts. The comment section is open on the O'Malley's Media on Facebook. I'm going to start doing like Monday, Wednesday, Friday on Facebook. We're almost locked into doing all the shows now on O'Malley's Media, the YouTube channel. I'm a little bit ahead of schedule as far as getting everything moved over and whatnot. So anyway, that, my friends, is a wrap. There is no council meeting on Monday that I'm aware of. I think the next one is the 6th, and there will be a work session or like a pre-meeting at 5:30, and those are being done via phone conference, and those seem to work out pretty well as far as streaming as far as the last one. So Monday we will have a regular show at 8 o'clock, and we will probably, we'll see. I've got some of the fine tuning and some testing to do this weekend with Skype, but we're gonna see more people on the show other than my stellar charm and boyish good looks. Anyway, that, my friends, is a wrap. If you like these videos, hit that thumbs up. If you don't like the videos, hit the thumbs down. Let me know why. I would love to hear your thoughts. And if you really like these videos, hit the subscribe button along with the bell. That way YouTube knows to notify you that new content is up on the channel. And it's Friday, and on Fridays we sign off like it's midnight and you stayed up past your bedtime. Until Monday. God bless America. Long live the Republic. Peace.